I think we got the sound back. So I'm gonna just look at my stream setup over here. I'll call that one part 4. Let's see, starting part 4. Yes. Done. So I think we got our sound back. Scenario. Version 1. So we're at the point where we're getting ready to convert the aluminum oxide that we got to the rest of that oxygen. Like, we almost had it done in 4 days, but we were really pushing it, just really moving right along. I had to make some empties, I was really in a hurry. So we can see how bobbly this is right here. Now we'll load up the last game here. Yes, the sound's working again. Well, that's an empty there. I don't need that one. Alright, let's see. We've got aluminum oxide. We need the carbon. We need the other carbon. Let's see, what is this here? That's carbon. We use carbon to process this. And he needs a vitamin. And how's his resources looking? Everything's looking good. So he's got the carbon to process that, and we need to have one more empty can, which is actually we need aluminum. There's some stuff down here. This looks like aluminum here. And then we need the oxygen. Right here. Why? I got an empty in there. Definitely do not want the empty. We'll put the empty over here somewhere. So we've actually... Oh, come on, get in there. Shit. Oh my god. 2358. No, I can't read it. So we almost started the process in 4 days. I can't read it. Aluminum, carbon, and oxygen. We don't want to rush so bad that we make a really bad mistake, Now we've got to... Yeah, this will process everything. And as a reminder, carbon is used on the input, and you get the same amount of carbon on the output. So it actually recycles carbon. So we'll probably just keep these 2 cans of carbon around the aluminum process. Then when we get the I should watch this. So it's 1 o'clock. So I upped up the numbers, and it's still processing 20. What? Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't that a half an hour? Oh, God, I can't even remember. I don't know. It seems like it's doing whatever. The whole process of what we're doing, getting the 50 units of soil and running this in here. We're actually on day 6. I thought we were on day 5. So it's day 6 for everything. But now, look what we got. This is the results of our 6 days right here. 120 units of oxygen. And so we will proceed to put that right in our tent. And I think we went through 10 bottles. I don't know. But now we don't have to worry about oxygen for 60 days. And it's going to be daylight again pretty quick. I've got an empty. I'll probably just take a break and let it collect soil or something. Actually, no, I've got to build. I can't take a break. So you're gonna roll down. No, I'm good. Just get a food, no water in there. I wonder if I can count those cans. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7 cans, but I think I used 10 of them. He's ready for sleep, but we'll start up a process. Alright, he's got all his supplies. Now, we just took care of the aluminum oxide. We've got those 2 carbons. I think that's dewater. So we should probably process. Wait, I can't process. Yes, I can. No. Do Don't I have... That's carbon. Uh-oh, the sounds died again. So this is 80 units of aluminum in there that we processed. I feel like I want to do a silicon dioxide or an aluminum or something. What is this here? Let's see what we got here. I want to do something. I think this is more sodium. That's sodium hydroxide there. Oh, I need this. So I need that for the soil, though. I don't have the soil. That's an empty. The sound is screwing up on that machine for some reason. Let's grab, that's an empty. It's aluminum. You know what, let's grab another one. I just got it sitting here. That's aluminium to aluminum. So what we're gonna do, I wonder if we'll do them both at the same time. It fills up one can first, and then it'll fill up the other one. Yeah, I know. He'll be ready for sleep here in a minute. Let's grab this empty. Now I'm going to, I have to do the oxygen first. Make sure it drops into the suit there. I don't go to sleep without the suit on. I got some time. It says minus 0.03, but it goes down like minus 0.15 and it still doesn't turn red, so it gives you an opportunity. Now I just right click and examine on the suit and wait till it gets filled. And it only uses one mark of oxygen on there. And it's full. It's in good condition. I made sure that I was able to make plastic because you gotta have plastic to make the suit patch. He's got his oxygen, he's got his food. He still can't rest though because he's now So that took 6 days to get 120. And that's actually 60. It's one a day for this oxygen thing. It's about one game day a day. Maybe one every day or something. Maybe it's a little bit more, but it works. So it's actually 4 months. Well, it's not really 4 months because there's a point there where if it's like 50 or something, it might use the whole 50, and then when you come back out, it'll be empty, and you just do not want that to happen. I did see it go down to 59. I don't know how much further it would go, but I would say refill that oxygen just before it gets to hit 60. That would be what I would do. So I can see you got to take the I'll already have the sodium hydroxide, so I'll have to take the aluminum oxide out once, and then switch that process. Or if I have another machine, I could set up. I could be ready to. I could set up the process on the other machine while the first one's working. Now I can do this because I got my suits already on. That takes care of that. And it's 119 units. It's got 40 in there already. That soil 3 does give me some iron, so I will probably... Well, we've got our aluminum over here. I'd like to get some silicon dioxide ready. There's something over here. That's some silicon oxide, so I can probably get this over here. And I put it in the wrong place. It's already at 51 or something. So I want to get over here. I don't want it to use up my power. It's empty. I don't know if I'm going to run that. Actually, I need something else in there or something. I don't know. How to convert something over. And that's already set to convert the silicon dioxide. I'll need that sodium hydroxide over there. And we're going to collect sodium oxide, because I only got 10 left. So I'll take this here. And what did I just take out? I guess I took out an empty. See, I can't see that stupid X. So now we've converted silicon oxide to the appropriate silicon dioxide. And we'll put that over here. So now we've got a good supply of aluminum silicon dioxide that we actually made ourselves. What is in here? This is an empty. No, it's not. That's the soil. Sodium hydroxide. And I believe it's only 10 units. You have to step back before you can zoom. And so we've got to click on Mars soil there. Oh God, I don't know why this does this to me. I really don't. What am I doing wrong? Sodium hydroxide in Mars soil should get me a bunch of crap here. I'm not getting anything. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's soil too. Oh. Oh, it doesn't just pull out sodium oxide, it pulls out soil waste and nickel. That's why. Shit. I can't reach that fucking can. Soil waste. And someone down there is a nickel. I don't know if that's it. Yeah. Alright, we've got something's not right. It's still not selecting anything. What the frig is going on? I've got nickel. I don't know what's going on. Something's not right. Sodium oxide, nickel, and soil waste. Oh, I had to reset that for some reason. I don't know, I had to reset it. So I'm going to take both of these over now. Now we have to build. And we are on day 6. Or pretty much day 7. Oh, I guess he can maneuver that underneath and go over the top. Eat, drink, and be merry. So he's good on his vitamins, good on everything. Now we start building. Oh look, there's a resource can in there. Ah. So we go to machines. And away we go. So what I'll do is I'll just throw this stuff over here until this thing runs out of power. Oh, I need to make the glass too. But I've changed that process. Ow, yeah. You darn tootin'. I forgot I had to make that glass. That's another thing. But that's to make the glass. It's easier now. I actually made a mistake. I was using the drilling fluid twice. Now this is the only hard part about this part here. Is it's hard to grab this stuff. Oh, there's no power already. So I probably gotta take everything back out. I have to make glass. And I've got Mars soil sitting there too. Oh, I can't. I cannot make the glass yet because I only have 10 sodium hydroxide left. I absolutely have to make get sodium oxide out of this, so that I don't go into that extra process. But what that will do, we'll go down to our glass and get ahead of ourselves here a little. So we want to synthesize glass. I wonder if my ammonia sulfate is in here. Because if that's not in here, we're kind of screwed too. Oh, there's fly ash too. That works now. Oh god. Hopefully I went by it. What the fuck? All of my... Oh my god. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't scare me. Fuck. Oh shit. I was like, all of my, my processes for food production and chemical production were not there. That's because this is the small refinery. It doesn't show up on the small refinery. Oh my god. Fuck. Let's not have a heart failure here, okay? Alright, what do we got here? He can probably think about going to sleep and getting some sleep early and getting all his stuff ready before daylight. See, there's a lot of running around, I guess, and now, you know, you can take a break. It's not so bad. Just hover the mouse over that menu and you can scroll here. That was a little bit of a scare. Jeez. See all this battery processing? There's a lot of processing to do to make, well, it actually makes one battery. When you get to the end, you do all of this, and that makes one battery. Jeez, how many? You hit the S key when he moves around like that. It's annoying. I don't know how long that's going to take to make a battery. He's got to make 9 of them. 9 batteries for 1 MMRTG. And he can only, if anybody's watching, and anybody cares, we've got to do some exploration with the rover in order to find the pyrite, because in the pyrite areas, that's where the some of the battery chemicals are located. And it goes through that process up at the beginning here when you're doing your soils collection. You see where it says split Mars? There's a split Mars rock, which if you do the first one, you get the manganese dioxide, and you do 2 runs maybe, and that gets you do enough runs to get, it's 3 manganese for each battery. So if you do 2 runs, you know, maybe you can get 2 batteries made or something. I don't know. What the hell did he need? Vitamins. If it's in the red, I take 5. But anyway, and then there's what is called trace elements. So you collect the low available resource first, which is at the beginning, and then that puts out a rock trace 1. Then you take the rock trace 1. Oh, that's a different area there. You can get the manganese anywhere, but here you get sulfur trioxide, which also helps to make your hydrogen, your hydrochloric H2SO4, which is used in the battery process making. You need H2SO4 to make zinc sulfate. It's a long process. I'm telling you, this is probably it's a really, there's your zinc. So you take the previous trace element and you soil, and then you run that into your next series, and there's about 50 rock TR2 that, or 5 or whatever. It gets you the right amounts for what you're pulling. Let's put it that way. Now you can also get stuff out of the soil. Now the only element that you need out of the soil in this list is you gotta get your potassium oxide. You cannot get that in the rocks. It's just not there. Now also, the collecting the soil battery 1 gets you manganese oxide. You can get your manganese, but it also gets you your boron, which is what's required for making the glass. And we're getting pretty short on time here. So we collect the boron out of the soil, and once we get our sodium oxide, then we got to convert that sodium and NaOH, and then we also have to take sodium oxide, don't we? This is a 2-step process now that I think of it, but it only happens once, and you get quite a bit of glass, and I did fix that. What the fuck is in here? I'm trying to find the glass. Alright. So 1 sodium oxide gets you 8 glass. Now I need a total of 40 glass in the end process. Now I've changed things around. So 20 glass gets me 20 glass with the 1 boron added. So it looks like I need to make 60 glass. So if I go to the previous process, I find out that 8 goes into 60, 8 times 5, 8 times 6, 8 times 7, 8 times 8. Okay, so I need 8 sodium oxide to get me 64 glass. Basically that's the 10 units that I already got. Now how am I gonna, so I may end up having to, no, this isn't, I'll have 2 sodium hydroxide. Okay. Then I can take 1 of the sodium hydroxide. I think I may have to use them both. I'm just trying to think. So I need 10 sodium oxide for the glass. I need 10 sodium oxide to get my sodium oxide, or sodium oxide to get my sodium hydroxide back. And I need another 10 sodium to do my mining. So I can use the one conversion. Instead of doing the mining, I'm actually creating the glass with that 10 sodium oxide. Okay, got it. I got it. I got this. We can do this. Oh yeah, we can do this. Now what are we trying to do? We're wanting to get the sodium it's soils 2. And when he moves around like that, if you hit the S key, he'll stop moving. So you go to soils 2, and we get the nickel, the sodium oxide, and the waste. And now we can click on these. Maybe you have to actually re-click them. Maybe the machine falls asleep or something. Sodium oxide, nickel, and soil waste. And we're all ready to go. We've got our outputs, we've got our inputs, and one cable. That cable goes over there, so we'll take this top cable here. I can see my cables really nice, so I know that they go over there. These guys probably need to be cleaned. So like I said, we're getting sodium oxide now, and we're using sodium hydroxide to get it. We don't want to use dewater to get this stuff. That's probably the most critical thing about doing anything in this game, is you don't want to use the dewater. You use it once at the beginning, and then you don't want to use it. You don't want to make a mistake. So he's out of food and water. So he's doing good here. Let's go ahead and, while that's working, we'll go ahead and refill up our resources here. Oh, peace and quiet. I can't wait to play with the rovers. It's like, oh my gosh, I thought I lost all my production processes. It's like, oh my god, it's all gone. I screwed up. Just really been at this for so long, and it's finally taking shape, you know? I've worked a lot of hours on this, like 2 weeks steady, every day and practically every night. Why? Because, not because I like it, but because it's challenging. Alright, so we've got an empty. Let's grab this empty here. And we'll put that over here gently, hopefully. And we'll grab the sodium oxide. Now, I don't think I have any sodium hydroxide. No, because I just used it. That's an empty there. I leave the light on and it bothers me there. Alright, so now we take out the soil waste. Oh, you know what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to clean I'm supposed to clean this unit. I don't know where my aluminum oxide is. I think I've used it all. I'm supposed to clean this every morning. It's called create fly ash. And part of that is because, I wonder, aluminum oxide and iron oxide, or I don't have any of that. I don't have any aluminum oxide on me because I used it all. What am I doing? I need to what am I doing? Sodium oxide. I have to. Don't I need the soil? God, I can't even think. I need to make. I need the dewater. See, I need dewater in order to process sodium oxide. And at some point, I've got to be able to make dewater. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Now, I think that's only one process right there. Alright, that gives us our sodium hydroxide. This, by the way, these reactions are all correct. They're chemically balanced equations, believe it or not. I didn't just throw this stuff together. These are all chemically balanced equations. I'm not going to get any more soil. Why did it stop? So it's almost out of dewater. And sodium hydroxide. See, we're still working on making the glass, and we're on day 7, so that's not too bad. We've got to get sodium oxide, don't we? You know what that means? That means we've got to get that out of the soil. Yep, we've got to run this back into the soil. I wasn't sure about that, but that is the case. I mean, we can't get anywhere with building until we have the glass. God, I can't get it over there. Alright, so he's gotta go get some sleep. Food and water. That thing is noisy, isn't it? Oh, it gets nice and quiet in here. I'm not gonna recycle his oxygen until he gets low. That wouldn't be. I remember I did that before, and you don't really need to do that. Just wait till he gets down low and then do it. That's how you get your most advantage. So we're 7 days. Day 20. He'll get another radiation hit, and as soon as we get the glass, we can build everything. We can just do it. Bam! We'll have that thing built in one night. Now that I think of it, he's got to get plastic too, doesn't he? I think that radiation panel takes plastic. I hate to say it, but I did a good job with this. I mean, I think I'm proud of it. I learned a lot about the constituents of Mars, like what it would be like to go there. You have to grow your own chemicals. A lot of photosynthesis. And that process is still going. We only need about 50 soil. It'll probably stop running at some point. You can't really do anything except for collect some stuff here. Empty. That's empty. So we'll just go meander over here. Kind of take it easy a little. I don't take the rovers out at night. It's way too risky. I wouldn't do it. I think this mod's ready to get uploaded. Now we can look at the stars. You can see the stars better at night vision. And also, this star glow setup is actually the correct. These are all real. I wonder if Earth is out there somewhere. I suppose you could take that rangefinder and look at these stars. I haven't tried that yet. There's actually, I think there's a galaxy. There's some galaxies out here. Somewhere. You can see more stars. Well, the zoom doesn't work for that. I still haven't been able to find a constellation, though. There's a galaxy right. It's like a fuzzy spot. There's two of them out there. Well, let's walk over and let's see. We've got 2 silicon. We got all that aluminum. I suppose I could